voicemail from Yuri.
Hey, silent alarm at the auction house holding Fisk's estate sale just tripped. Could you check it out? Quietly? I don't want to make a scene if it's nothing.
Fisk estate sale. Sounds fun. Wonder what the Kingpin had hidden in his closets.
I'm gonna assume probably a dead wife and kids. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. That joke was a little far, but hey everybody, welcome back to more Marvel Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. Last time we met Aunt May, what else did we do? We collected some more backpacks and we explored the city a little bit. And today, obviously, we're going to go to this Fisk estate sale and see what's going on down there, because there's a silent auction and the alarm just went off, and, you know, that's not good, because we don't want that. But we actually have a new suit. This is Spider-Man Noir, who kind of looks like a weird bondage slave costume. I mean, it doesn't really, but to me, it reminds me of that, because I'm weird, I guess. I don't really know. But, Spider-Man Noir, going into him, he's obviously an alternate version of Spider-Man. Spider-Man Noir is actually set in the 1930s. There you go, I can't talk. It's more like during, like, the Great Depression. And he's basically just a darker take on Spider-Man. I guess, like, a friend of mine has actually read Spider-Man Noir, so I'm gonna take his word for this, but it's more like the Batman version of that.
Yeah, I had to get to the lab. Sorry.
Don't apologize. I just wanted to tell you how much what you said meant to me. I always wonder if I'm doing right by you.
Well, stop wondering. After losing my parents and Uncle Ben, there are so many times I would have fallen apart if not for you.
Well, that works both ways, Peter. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
May.
And sorry, Aunt May, but you just got hung up on. These are a new type of crimes, by the way. I guess crimes, accidents, whatever.
Bad puns later.
Basically, these you're just rescuing like pedestrians from like a car accident. I'm awful at these because I can never tell where the pedestrians are at, and it bothers the crap out of me, and I don't like it. But these are definitely my least favorite of the crimes to do, personally, but that's just me. But going back, like I said, like Spider-Man Noir, I shouldn't compare him to Batman, but like, from my friend to say, who's actually read Spider-Man Noir, he says he's more like, it's just darker, and he's a lot more like stealthy and Batman-esque, so I'm gonna take his word on it. If I'm wrong, you can message him and tell him. But, yeah, like I said, set there in the 1930s. And, yeah, it's just a darker take on Spider-Man. He actually gets bitten by the spider from, I'm trying to get how I want to say this, but, like, he kind of, like, they're importing, like, these spider statues, and the spider basically bites him. And, obviously, I haven't mentioned it, his first appearance was in Spider-Man Noir, issue 1.
If you're doing right by me. I'd be lost without you.
Well, that works both ways, Peter. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
May, I don't know what to say.
Oh, I think Mr. Lee needs my help. I should go. See you soon, dear.
Never finished this application for the coffee bean. Would have paid more than what I'm doing now.
I'm not a big fan of coffee, personally. I'm more of a tea kind of guy, but that's just me. And that's kind of sad when a coffee place will pay more than your current job. Nothing against people who work in coffee places. We need you guys to help us with our coffee. Every job matters. Before I put myself in that hole. But, yeah, that is, when you're a scientist being compared to, like, something like that, that is kind of sad, but that's just me. But, yeah. I do like Spider-Man Noir a lot. Like, he's been in a lot of stuff now. Like, he's in, obviously, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where he's voiced by Nicolas Cage. He's one of the funniest parts of that movie, I think. Because one of my favorite parts, I'm going to spoil a quick scene for Into the Spider-Verse, is his first appearance. And everybody, like, he's in, like, the spider, I'm going to call it the spider cave, because that's really what it is. And, like, the wind's blowing, it's black and white, everybody, and Peter's like, is that the wind blowing? We're in a cave, or in a basement or something. That's one of my favorite scenes. It's that and the running gag with him in the Rubik's Cube, where he doesn't, like, understand it because he's black and white, and he doesn't get color. And I really like him in that movie. I hope when they make it in Spider-Verse 2, he's in it, or just make it a Spider-Man Noir movie. That'd be kind of cool. Speaking of that, actually, they're actually, in the trailer we've seen from Spider-Man Far From Home, he wears a suit in that movie, or at least in that trailer. Obviously, it's going to be in the movie too, but, like, that looks a lot like Spider-Man Noir's suit, and it's kind of awesome.
Yuri said
I wouldn't be against if he's in it, if it's like a stealth suit or something, but yeah. Big fan.
I am losing
losing patience. Where is the file?
There's someone else here. They must have taken it.
Those masks. Who are these guys?
There's no one here but us. We will find the file, or you will die.
This is bad. They'll kill her if I alert them. Need to pick them off silently. Yuri, the silent alarm was legit. Masked gunmen and a single hostage. Looks like a heist in progress.
Copy that. Sending units your way. Keep the situation from getting worse in the meantime.
Can do.
So this is like our first
Gotta do
really
this
big
quietly.
stealth section.
Don't want to alert the others.
So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna shoot, as you just saw there, you're gonna shoot a web at the floor. That way you'll get the guard's attention. If you've ever played a stealth game, you're gonna know how this works, but I'm still gonna explain to people who've never played this game in particular. That has to be scary, by the way, getting hung up like that. Like, imagine your friend walks back and he's like, what the hell's going on? And he sees, you see your friend just hanging from the ceiling. It can be scary. But, with this game, I actually kind of like... I'm not a big stealth guy, but I really like the stealth sections in this game. And here's one thing I don't like. Spider-Man puts this guy up in the ceiling, and there's no way they would be able to find him unless they specifically go to look in the ceiling. For all we know, that guy's probably dead. He's up in the ceiling starving, and he's gonna die. Because you will die. But, that is kind of crappy. I feel bad for that guy. But, whatever. So I actually, since this is the first big stealth section, I did want to use Spider-Man Noir suit, since if you've ever played Spider-Man Outer Dimensions, his gameplay is all about stealth, so I really like that a lot. Well, I don't like him in the... Did I say in the Spider-Verse? I meant Shattered Dimensions, if I did say in the Spider-Verse. I meant Shattered Dimensions. But, Shattered Dimensions, like I brought up, is a fun game, but I definitely think the Spider-Man Noir section of the game are easily the weakest part of that game. That's just me. Going into more Spider-Man Noir trivia, so Uncle Ben, how he dies in that series is the Vulture eats him. The Vulture is a cannibal, and he eats Uncle Ben, which is amazing and scary at the same time. And the main antagonist pretty much of that comic book is the Green Goblin, who's, I think, in that series, all the ones are more carnies, apparently. At least that's what I got from when I played Shattered Dimensions. And yeah, I do kind of like that, since it's kind of set during the 1930s. It does kind of make sense, but it's really cool. I do want to read Spider-Man Noir, because I feel like that's a comic I'd really get a lot out of, and it seems really interesting, so yeah. It's a pretty cool Spider-Man, I gotta say.
Hey, what is that? This totally belongs to...
Don't move.
Buddy, if I had a nickel for every don't move...
Hey, Pete.
MJ? What are you doing here?
Same as you. Working. At least, I was.
Oh, I think this is yours.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Robbie's got you covering a break-in for the Bugle?
Well, Robbie doesn't technically know I'm here. And it wasn't a break-in until a few minutes ago.
Huh?
Let me explain.
Excuse me.
Hi, Mary Jane Watson. I'm covering the Fisk estate sale.
Hello. Craig said we'd do this tomorrow.
I like to get a jump on things.
Well, I don't. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, Craig? No, sorry. It looks like we're gonna have to run something else on the cover. I don't know, maybe the expressionist piece?
You know what? I think I can make today work.
Are you sure?
You're here. No moment like the present.
Thank you. Craig? Never mind. We're good.
Let's get started. Look around and familiarize yourself with the items. I'll be waiting by the Baku statue when you're ready to begin.
Can do.
So this is Mary Jane Watson, also known as MJ. I'm just gonna call her MJ because it's easier to remember. But, so Mary Jane, you probably know who she is if you know anything about Spider-Man. But she is the love interest of Spider-Man, and in this game she is voiced by Laura Bailey, who's done a lot of stuff. A lot. For anime fans, you probably know her as Maka from Soul Eater. She is... I can't think of the character's name, but she's the lady who, like, I'm pretty sure helps Ellie in The Last of Us. And it's the lady who, like, is, like, friends with Ellie's mom, for those who know. And it's throwing me off because I can't think of her name at the moment. But, oddly enough, speaking of Ellie, MJ in this game looks a lot like Ellie. Something in her face, like, and Ellie's face, looks so similar, and it really throws me off, and I don't know what it is. But, going back to it, Mary Jane, or MJ, whatever, she was created by Stan Lee and John, I'm gonna say his name wrong, John Romita Sr., so I think I said that right. And she made her debut in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 25, with her actual, like, face reveal being in Amazing Spider-Man 42.
Sometimes I feel like the whole history of the world is just boys playing dress-up, getting into fights.
She's technically not wrong on that. It is kind of true, to be honest.
I can't get over this image. So much tension between these two figures.
That might be, you know, foreshadowing for later events, maybe, kind of. I really like this one a lot.
Kyoto. So beautiful. Part of me wishes I could drop everything and travel.
Let me know when you're ready to begin.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna drop the conversation with myself.
Brought hidden crimes to light. We got an old school investigative journalist over here. I like her.
Starting with the prize, a one-of-a-kind kake monbaku.
Beautiful. It's a Mifune?
Correct. Mr. Fisk has exceptional taste.
Did you know him well before his arrest?
In a professional context, I handled many of his sales. Let's move on, please.
But I haven't brought up it yet. MJ is the second playable character for this game. I don't think anybody knew she was playable from trailers. I don't remember her ever being in the trailers, at least.
Traditional Tarashikomi puddled ink effect.
The two Neo are so imposing. I can see why Fisk liked this piece. Definitely his style.
He loved the duality. Destruction screams, but creation toils in silence.
Was there ever anything irregular in any of the sales you handled for him?
No. No, of course not. Not that I was aware of.
This is time for Cole Phelps' show. We're gonna be like, doubt! Or you're lying! I wish Cole Phelps was in this game. It'd be really interesting and cool. Not that this game isn't, but still. Cole Phelps. Cole Phelps! I want a Cole Phelps Spider-Man game. That'd be awesome.
Intricate gold inlay on this ceremonial tea set.
It's just... a friend in the DA's office mentioned that Fisk used art sales to launder stolen goods.
I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that.
You're lying!
I was just wondering, now that he's arrested, if you had ever noticed anything strange.
You know what? I'm actually running short of time. Why don't we grab the cover photo while we can?
When I told my DA friend I was doing a piece on you, he mentioned your name was familiar.
Just the photo, please. Stand right there.
This lady is such a horrible liar. It's kind of funny.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to say, maybe off the record, regarding Fisk's activities?
I don't think your readers would have any interest in... Damn it. Wait here, please.
Wait, I recognize that statue. Gotta get a photo. That shouldn't be it.
Craig, I'll call you back. My dear, I think it's time for you to go.
Oh, could I use the restroom real quick?
Fine. Follow me.
This lady's kind of rude, I think.
This is a really lovely space.
It is. And this will be the last time you see it.
Like,
The ladies
listen to
around the
that.
corner.
She's so rude.
course.
Like, I understand if you're busy and you're ready to go home, then you want to go home. There's no need to be that rude. Like, that's... especially to a journalist who can be like, oh, wow, the lady who was there to, like, help me with this is incredibly rude.
Hello, Craig. Funny you should call. Because the reporter you sent is clearly not working the puff piece we agreed upon. No, she's here now.
I've got to get into that back room. If that statue is what I think it is, this just turned into a huge story.
What do you mean he had to reschedule? If she's not your reporter, who is she, Craig? Who is in my auction house?
It's me, Carmen Sandiego. But, yeah, with Mary Jane, like I said, she's a secret? No, she's a secondary. No, she's the second. There you go, playable character. She's mostly stealth. I got very close there, but I kind of thought I could sneak past really fast. I got dangerously close there, though. But Mary Jane, her gameplay's more stealth and doing kind of like puzzles, but it's more stealth than anything because she obviously doesn't have superpowers. Except in some occasions she does, where she is Spider-Woman. Mostly, I actually have to look at my notes here. She's Spider-Woman in the Marvel Mangaverse, where she is a ninja. That's the coolest MJ. I want, in Spider-Man 2, I want Ninja Spider-Man Mary Jane. Spider-Woman, I'm sorry. And the other one is in the Exile series. Yeah. But I guess I've talked more, like, a little bit more about Mary Jane. I got some time to kill in this little puzzle. Mary Jane, obviously, she's like one of the biggest Spider-Man characters. I mean, she's really popular, and she is the main love interest for Spider-Man, or Peter Parker, or whatever. And at one point, she actually marries Peter Parker. I know they get divorced, because I know Into the Spider-Verse actually makes fun of that. And they actually have a kid, and I have to think of what their kid's name is. It's Mayday Parker, who is obviously the daughter of Peter and MJ, like I brought up. And she actually becomes a Spider-Girl, or Spider-Woman, whatever, which is pretty neat.
Maybe these pieces.
Some other Spider-Women, I guess, are Ashley Barton. I think she's a pretty well-known one. Gwen Stacy, who's actually just... Well, she's Spider-Woman, but she's Spider-Gwen as well. And obviously, like I brought up, Mayday Parker, so yeah. I actually have never read any of the Spider-Women's things. Like, I don't really hear a lot of people talk about it. Besides, I think, like, Silk, I think, is technically a Spider-Woman. But that's really about it. But with this puzzle, I should explain. This is really like an Uncharted puzzle. Like, when I played this, I was like, am I playing Uncharted? But yeah, basically what you're doing, you just make the statue look a particular way, and that's all you're really doing. You can go look at the magazines and kind of figure this out. It's not a very difficult puzzle, though, so yeah.
Piece is missing. I've seen these before.
I've noticed that Sony games, like, especially like their IPs in particular, really like puzzles center around this type of thing. It's very strange. Like, this is such an Uncharted, Last of Us like puzzle. It's kind of crazy. Like, it makes me feel like I'm playing a Naughty Dog game, I gotta be honest. But that's not the piece that we need for this yet. So it's actually, I think it's the, what is that? Yeah, it's the little like stagger. It's the little like stick dagger thing that we need to grab. Actually, I think that's what we have. No, where's the... Yeah, it's the thing to the right, isn't it? I don't know. I'm struggling here, guys. The struggle's real. What are you doing, past Lance? Just go grab the stick. This thing looks like a Millennium item. Like, I feel like Mary Jane's gonna get it and become like Merrick from Yu-Gi-Oh! She's gonna send this, like, museum lady to the Shadow Realm.
Norman Osborn. What is this? Devil's breath. What is devil's... What the...
Excuse me, sir. You can't be...
Not good.
Where's the statue?
In there.
把文件找出来。
I was on my way to the exit when I saw you.
You're lucky to be alive.
Says the guy I saved 5 minutes ago. Listen, whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file. But I'll never get it out of here while the place is swarming with them.
Right. Okay, you hide back there. I take out the bad guys. You make a break when it's clear.
Sounds like a plan. Good to see you, Pete.
Yeah, you too. Not exactly how I pictured us meeting again, though.
Funny. It's exactly how I pictured it.
Did she change her perfume? Focus, Pete, focus.
Oh man, I like Peter so much in this game. He's the best. But yeah, during, I mean, it's pretty much assumed at this point, and they're definitely going to hint at it more. Well, pretty much just say it outright. But at this point in the game, Peter and MJ are no longer going. Actually, why did I say that? They explained that in the last episode. But yeah, they're no longer together. So
will do. How about that file? What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is, but it seemed to scare Fisk. He compares it to Pandora's box.
Not much shook Fisk. We need to get you and that file out of here. Hang tight.
I don't know how that guy caught me there. That doesn't make any sense. Did I get away? No. Yeah, I did get away. Okay. No, I don't. Okay. They're looking for me. Time to do a stealthy. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. The museum lady is dead, in fact. This is definitely, I actually think, the hardest stealth section in the game. It's purely this room that gives me the most grief. It's only because
there we go.
I do think the stealth in this game is kind of weird, where and it's not really hard, but there are moments where I swear you can be super well hidden, and the AI will still pick you up. Somehow they're like Pokemon trainers in Pokemon. Like they'll just somehow see you, like with their third eye in the back of their head. It's very weird, but and it could be that I suck at stealth because I'm not good at stealth games. Like you should see me play Metal Gear Solid. It's kind of the most sad and pathetic thing ever. That's why I haven't LP'd that game yet. But yeah. I'm not the best at stealth. Speaking of that, Spider-Man Noir's focus meter, basically what it does, it's kind of more like a, it's more just like stealthy, like it's hard to like pick up where he's at, and you can just use stealth more to like sneak up on guys. That's pretty much all it is. I don't really use it very much. I think I used it like one time when I first played the game, but that's it. At this point in the game, you probably should either use like Web Blossom or the focus bar that you get with the advanced suit, which pretty much just like heals you, so yeah.
Keep it tight, Pete.
This is actually one of my more favorite parts of the game. This is really where the plot starts to pick up a lot more, and I love the idea of like a museum level in a video game. Like it's really cool because you get to see like a lot of pieces of art, and it just there's a lot you can do with it. I really like stuff like this where you do like just more like store levels, like Coconut Mall and Mario Kart's really cool.
No! Let me go!
MJ.
Stop!
No. Hide!
It's time to take some thugs down. So, the masked guys have, or they're actually pretty different compared to the regular thugs we fought before. So they're going to use different types of moves. Basically, like, they have that weird, strange, dark, bluish aura around them. You definitely want to be careful because these guys can hit pretty hard. Well, not these guys are basically like the basic mooks. We're about to see another version later on. They can be quite difficult. Obviously, if they have guns, you need to really use your spider sense a lot and dodge them. Recommended tactics for me, I definitely meant, well, like always, you know, if you can grab something around you with your spider throw, do that. But, obviously, use your finisher as much as possible on them. And I think it's pretty safe to assume, but if you can, always take out enemies with guns in this game before you do, like, regular attack enemies. And their grenades. These guys love throwing grenades at you, so always make sure when they throw them to grab them and throw them back as soon as possible, because if you don't, it's gonna, well, suck. You know, man, you get your own fancy little cutscene. I really think you're just trying to show off a little bit. This guy's really easy, as you just saw. I pretty much just smacked the crap out of him there. Cause I'm awesome like that. But, yeah, they have, like, little, like, axes, I guess. They can do quite a bit of damage, cause some shockwaves. Definitely be careful fighting them. Like I said, they're not hard. There is a different version of these guys who can be quite difficult, and I didn't know you could actually break the glass when you throw them into that. And that's a new move I haven't brought up yet. Basically, if you get it behind a guy, you can grab them and like throw them at other enemies. That move is really good to have. I really like using it a lot. But yeah, these guys aren't too difficult. These thugs are pretty easy to fight as of right now. There's some versions later on that can be kind of difficult though, so yeah, they're kind of whatever.
Check. Huh. Looks antique. I think I know someone who could help track down where this came from. A job for later.
I just talked to Craig. You are not the reporter he was sending. You don't even work for Heritage Arts.
Never said I did. Hi, Mary Jane Watson, Daily Bugle.
You will not write a word of what you saw
For the
here.
record, what do you know about the file those masked men stole?
That... I don't...
What about the long history of stolen goods Fisk has laundered at this auction house?
Your editor will be hearing from our attorney.
We got 211 in transport. 10 down to Med Central. A couple of suspects down here.
Mix? Like the last 6 months never happened?
Since when did Mix become Italian?
No idea, but I'm still glad he makes these fries.
Totally. Best in the city.
So, how's the grind at the Bugle?
Well, I just got an all-caps text from Robbie about my so-called antics tonight. So it looks like I'll be meeting with a legal team. Again.
As soon as he reads the article you're gonna write, guaranteed promotion.
So, creepy mask guys. What's your take?
Just another night in the city. What's your take?
I feel like there's a bigger story there. Let's not make this all about business. How's it going with you? Did you get that promotion?
No, but we're on the cusp of something really big.
You know Oscorp would hire you in a heartbeat, right? One phone call to Harry.
Sure, but Dr. Octavius's work will help millions. I'm right where I want to be, right where I should be.
Almost sounds like it's more important than your other job. I've never heard you talk like that before.
A lot can change in 6 months.
Why did you ask me here, Pete?
You know, just dinner between friends.
Friends. Is that what we are?
Maybe we could be, you know, if that's what you wanted.
There's a lot of baggage here.
Yeah, sure, but is that so bad? I mean, baggage can carry good things too, like money and keys, and raspberry lip balm.
Do you remember why we broke up?
This is a trick question, isn't it?
Saved by the siren.
Talk to you later.
Go.
Love seeing you two together again. You always were my favorites.